What is going on, everybody? My name is Airfaded and welcome back to another drag tune video. Today for you guys I have the 1990 Mazda Savanna RX-7, also known as the FC RX-7. This is a very legendary JDM sports car that usually features a rotary engine underneath the hood, but for this drag tune here we actually have a supercharged LS3 V8 underneath the hood, pushing over 1,000 horsepower and weighing in just under 2,700 pounds. This is a very solid drag build, and let's not waste any more time and hop right into the upgrades. Alright, so hopping on in here to conversion, like I said, we will be putting in that 6.2 liter LS3 V8 into this thing. It's the highest producing engine that you can swap into this car, even though the 4-rotor is a fun swap. It only makes about 700 horsepower, so we're going with the LS V8, keeping it rear-wheel drive, and we are putting in the positive displacement supercharger. You can go with twin turbos if you would like. There's about a 2 horsepower difference in the end, but I just like the sound of the supercharger. So, and then also we are going to be adding this Mazda wide body kit. It just basically allows us to have a little bit fatter of a rear tire in the back there. So, and it's actually not a terrible looking kit. So we're going to throw that on there. Aero and appearance wise, nothing changed from the front, and we are going to be removing that rear wing. There's a lot of different wing options for this car, but we're not going to have any of them. And for the hood, you can go with the street hood if you'd like. I just went with the stock one. Not a huge difference there. Drag tires, of course, we're going to be putting those on. No upgrades in the front, and then all the way up to 295s in the rear. And then for the rim style, you can go with whatever wheel you would like. I went with the Weld Racing Magnum 3s. Then hopping on out here and into the drivetrain, we have the race clutch, the race transmission, the race driveline, and the drift differential, which allows you to shift just a little bit faster than the race differential does. Platform and handling wise, we got race brakes, rally springs and dampers. Obviously you got to make the car a monster truck in Forza. Front and rear anti-roll bars upgraded to race, and then we got full race weight reduction. And then last but not least, the engine. I'm going to quickly run through it for you guys to see, but it's just a fully built engine. Go ahead and upgrade everything in the engine, from the intake, camshaft, exhaust, all that good stuff. Just go ahead and fully build it, and at the end you will be sitting at, let's see, 1,015 horsepower, and then weighing in at 2,681 pounds. That's a very good power to weight ratio. I'm very happy with that. So let's take this thing out to the track now, and I'll show you guys the tune. Alright, now that we're at the drag strip, let's go ahead and dive into the tune here. So, for the tire pressure, we got 30 in the front, 15 in the rear. For the gearing here, we have a 258 final drive, and then we have 325, 220, 161, 125, 99, and 80. If you're going the quarter mile with this tune, you'll only be using the 4 gears, but afterwards, in 5th and 6th, it still holds the power. And yeah, it's just a very solid, 6-gear tune here. Alignment-wise, we got 0s across the board, and then 7 for the front caster angle. Anti-roll bars all the way stiff in the front and the rear. For the springs, we have all the way soft in the front and then 500 in the rear, as well as maxing out the ride height. Rebound stiffness, we have 1 in the front, 13 in the rear, and for the bump stiffness, we have 13 in the front and the rear. Nothing to change on the aero or the brakes, and then the differential, we have it set to 100 and 100. So that is the tune for you guys. Let me back out here and show you guys how to launch this thing. So this car is a 4K launch tune, so if you don't know how to 4K launch, I'll show you a quick demonstration in a moment. But first off, you want to make sure those rear tires are nice and warm, and then you'll just line up, get yourself in the area so you can cycle that RPM gauge there. Hold it in at a little under 4K on this car actually, and then just go ahead and release. And you can see it pulls up those front wheels a little bit, and yeah, it just bangs through all these gears nice and smoothly. You'll be crossing that 6th mile line here at about 195. Not too bad. So I'll show you the launch one more time. 4K launches are a little tricky in this game. You kind of have to line up in the right spot to do it. But quick little reverse burnout one more time here, and then so basically you just pull up here, and yeah, you get in the area so you can cycle the RPMs like this. Sometimes if you like creep up a little bit, and then it'll it's not doing it now, but sometimes if you creep up and then creep back in, it like this, you won't be able to you know, when you tap the clutch, it just does that. So you kind of have to do like a full you know, cycle. You know, usually I just pull back and then pull back up, and there we go. Now we can launch just how we want to, and let's just give it a run here. See those you see those front tires getting pulled up, and yeah, it just launches with a lot of power, more boost, and yeah, just a very solid supercharged V8 setup here underneath the FC RX-7 hood. Let me line it up here and show you guys what it would do to the quarter mile. Just go ahead and set the waypoint down to the speed trap and line up 440 yards away, and we'll see what kind of times this thing is running. So put the timer up on the screen, and let's see what we run. And fourth gear just tops out at the end of that quarter mile at 170 miles per hour. You see a nice 8-second time on the screen for you guys. Not too bad. So that is the drag portion of the build. I'm going to go over to the bridge real quick and show you guys what it would do in a roll race setting. Alright, so we're just going to pull up and do a little bit of a 40 roll here. I think we'll be starting second gear, and let's just see what kind of quarter mile trap we're running here. .99, almost 181, but not quite. But yeah, that is not too bad. So that is the entire tune. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. Be sure to like and subscribe, all that good jazz. Leave any comments on any other builds you'd like to see on the channel. I've got a couple more tunes in the works for you guys this week, so be on the lookout for that, as well as some new meet videos. Car meets always a good time in this game, so I'm going to be putting out more of those videos for sure. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.